Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to you. I'm Rachel and I welcome you all to Executive Corner Expert Talks. We have an interview today with Mr. Paul Salter. Here at Kalkine we bring you industry leaders, successful business owners, market and equity advocates all under one roof to help you discover the insights of the stock market and help you understand how you can create multiple passive income streams. Today I'm speaking with Paul Salter. Paul is the Managing Director of Salter Brothers Hotel Group and the Chief Executive Officer of Salter Brothers Immigration Investment. He also leads the company's mergers and acquisitions practice and has been involved in most of the capital raising and investments undertaken by the group. Salter Brothers is a global fund manager focusing on alternative investment offerings across specialist property, credit and private equity. Welcome, Paul. It's a pleasure to chat with you today.
Thank you. It's lovely to meet you too.
Now, first things first, congratulations on the $620 million acquisition of the Travelodge hotel portfolio. That consists of 11 hotels. Now, this acquisition is the largest transaction in APAC this year in the hospitality sector. That is such a significant and exciting business deal. How does it widen the prospects for Salter Brothers?
Yeah, so the acquisition's actually undertaken by a joint venture we've formed with GIC, the Sovereign Wealth Fund out of Singapore, and Partners Group, which is a private equity, private transactions firm out of Switzerland. So from our business's perspective, it provides us with, very, very significant capital partners. And the joint venture itself is focused on seeking more acquisitions in this space over the coming years.
Now, the acquisition is creating a platform of scale and geographic diversification across Australia. How do you plan on capitalising on the evolving hospitality sector here in Australia?
Yeah, so the platform itself, as part of this joint venture, means that we have scale in particular Sydney, but also in most of the eastern seaboard. And as a result of that, we can now start to seek tuck-in or add-on investments in this hospitality space where we have that existing scale and we have the existing management capability, further providing the ability to scale our investments up and down the eastern seaboard. But equally, we can we've got one in Perth as well, so sort of Adelaide and Perth become opportunities for us as well.
Now, in these unprecedented times where we're facing extended lockdowns in many areas of Australia, what do you say are the pockets of opportunity for the Australian hospitality sector, in your opinion?
Look, I think our perspective on this particular transaction is it's not going to settle and complete and probably until the end of the year. So we'd like to think we'd be well and truly through the large part of the vaccination program in Australia, which means that the internal borders are opening up. We've underwritten this deal very much on domestic demand, and our belief is that the domestic demand will rebound strongly once there's certainty about domestic border closures and domestic borders. Over and above that, I think what's coming out in sort of trade in the last sort of 6 months is the very strong performance of regional Australia. So drive markets and regional assets perform very strongly on the back of domestic leisure demand, and that's one area that we'd be looking at in the future.
Now, Salter Brothers Emerging Company started trading on the Australian Securities Exchange after a successful initial public offering of shares. How has the journey so far been?
Look, I think it's very early in the process for us, but we're very pleased that we were able to get the LIC away. It's been it's been a long time since LIC has actually been launched on the market. So we're very, very happy that we're able to get that IPO away, and we're pleased with the performance of the underlying performance of the fund, and therefore we're expecting to see that translate into growth in the share price over time.
Australia definitely seems to be going through a bit of a boom time for IPOs, and your ASX journey seems to be evolving very well. On this note, what can you tell me about your near-term pipeline?
Yes, I think the key things for us, we've got to bed down this transaction with Travelodge. We're looking at more hotel opportunities for that joint venture I mentioned earlier. But for us as well, there's a whole lot of refurbishment and value add that we're doing across our portfolios. in terms of the hotel sector, with some pretty exciting developments that will hopefully be launched in the next sort of 6 to 9 months. So yeah, we're keen to keep growing out our hotel portfolio.
Thanks, Paul. It certainly seems like a very busy time for you. Thanks for having a chat with us today. That's been a fabulous show. It's been very interesting to hear your insights.
No worries. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
With that, I will sign off for today. But watch this space for more. Till then, stay apprised and invest wise with Kalkine.